In this video, we're going to talk about the TOPS operators, known as textures operators. And if you think about it, we're going to talk about image. So we're going to work with pixels. And I think the most important about this operator family is they run in the GPU. So it's the best for performance and for your computer. And because we have a lot of tops and they are important, I'm going to divide this probably in 3 episodes. And the first one is this one, and I'm going to talk about how generate image. And we have a few. For example, we have circle, we have a rectangle, we have a ramp, we have, for example, we can write text, yes, or we can generate a noise, for example. And because we are working with image, we need to think, okay, we can change the layer resolution, because I'm going to zoom in. You can see this circle is not good, it's low quality. So how we know that? If we go to, for example, this circle and we press the middle button of the mouse, we're going to have access to this image or the information of the image. Right now we have this very low resolution that will be 200 by 256 by 256, 8 bits, the pixel, the aspect ratio, even the GPU, the memory, how many megabytes we are using. And how we can change that? And all the tops here on the right, we have these common parameters. So we can press that and we have here the resolution. So what I'm going to do, I can do it just with the circle and then with the rectangle, but I prefer do it for all of these operators. So I'm going to select everything and I'm going to here to the resolution and I'm going to change that to 1280 by 1280. And right now we have this much better resolution. You can see the circle is smooth, nice, and we can access again to the information and we have the resolution. Another thing that you can do is change this pixel format. Depending on what you're going to create, maybe you can change to 16 or 32 bits RGBA, but depends on what you're going to create. Right now, 8 bits is okay. So for the circle, we have, for example, these parameters. We can change the radius, we can rotate, but it's a circle, we don't see it too much. We can move this to the left or right. We can move this to top or down. Or we can even, we have this align thing, is maybe align to the left, to the top, a button. So yeah, we have a few options. We can change the color, for example, this magenta or pink color. We can put here the alpha, the background, or we can change, we can add this border color, we have that, but here in border width, we enable the width of that border. Right now, I don't know, white border. And even we have this softness, so we change this sphere, sorry, in a circle. And for the rectangle is very similar. We have it's not radius, right now it's size. We can change that, or we can change just in the X. And we can rotate with this one. Yes, we can see the rotation. Again, we can put this to the left or the center. We can change the color, maybe a blue. We can put the background. We can put the border if you want. And yeah, I'm going to move this one. And we have the ramp. The ramp is create a gradient. How we can change that? Right now we have between black and white. We can put something in the middle. So you press here in the top and we create this marker. And now we change the color. For example, a red one. We have face, it's like animate this one or change the position. Or the pure is like repeat this gradient. But if you can see, as you can see here, we have this black, red, white, and again, black, red, white. And I don't like, for example, this cut, this blending thing. And if we see here in the parameter extend left, we have this repeat. Yes, the ramp is repeating. So we have a few options right now. I like mirror. So we have this blending much better thing with the ramp. We can put more repetition if you want. We have this face. And if you think about it, we have this face. Maybe we can animate this. How we can do it? And I'm going to share with you a few just code in Python. Maybe just 2 or 3 is not too much, but this will be your best friend to just add animation. And this will be ABS time, that seconds. And I press enter, and you can see it's moving. But it's too fast. Yes, how we can do that? And if you think about it, because this is code, we can maybe multiply this by 0.1. Yes, we changed that. So we can put maybe 0.5 faster, or 0.25. And if you want to move this to the left direction, we can put just minus 0.25 and go to the other direction. Beautiful. And I'm going to return to the rectangle. Why? Because I told you the ABS time code, so maybe we can do the same for the rotation. Yes. So I'm going to put the rotate here, ABS time dot seconds. Enter. And it's important to press enter just with the clean code and see what happened. For example, this is moving, but it's too slow because the rotation will go to 0 to 360 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is multiply this maybe by 50. So yeah, it's moving. And again, if I want to move to the other direction, I'm going to put minus 50. And we have that. Perfect. So we are animating right now. For the text, we have here we have text. We can say, for example, hello. We have font. We can change. I'm going to move a little bit here, much better for you. Yes. We have the font size. We can put this much bigger. We can change by pixel, fraction, points. You have options. We can align this to the left, or we can align this to the bottom. So yeah, we have option. I'm going to put everything in the center. We can, oh, here we can change the font. So we can, for example, select impact, and we have this nice font. We can go to color and change, for example, a green color. You can put again color in the background. Even put borders, but the border is just for, not for the text, it's for the edge. For example, the edge of this box or canvas. So I'm going to zoom out again and return. I'm going to go to the noise. And the noise, we have these options. I'm going to, yeah, much better zoom in. Okay. We have the period, it's like how much the scale of this. I'm going to put maybe 10, yeah, a lot. And we can put the exponent, maybe not too black and white, yeah, something like that. We can change the offset. We can put this too noisy or not, something like that. And we have different options, probably noise, 2D, 3D, 4D. I prefer sometimes 3D, it's okay, and I can go to transform and go to translate and set, because if you think about it, what happens if I move this all the time? We have this cool animation, so I'm going to add our line of code, ABS time, that's seconds. And it's too fast, so don't worry, multiply that 0.1. And we have this noise moving. And again, we can put maybe the period will be 5, so we can see much things. We can select here their color, disable the monochrome. We have color. So we can see it's like amplitude will be like saturation. So yeah, you can create weird things with this. And we have these 5 things. But you can say to me, okay, Paola, I want to use my own image. I want to use a photo that I took with my camera, or I want to use a video. How I can import that and use it here. So don't worry, we have this movie file in, your best friend. And the movie file in is for image and video. So I'm going to show you, and you can see PNG transparent thing. So I'm going to copy and paste. So we can go, for example, to this, and we have a few examples from TouchDesigner. Even you can import a TIFF and copy and paste, and I'm going to bring video, this example. So yeah, and you can check all of these operators and see the resolution. For example, I think this is a smaller, 300 by 200, and this video. Cool, you can use it. But the important thing about the video, I think because you can see the parameters, it's like play. This is an image. We don't have plain image, a few things for information, trim, tune. For you, I think all these parameters in the movie file in is for videos, because we have here, I'm going to move this, zoom in. For the play, if we disable, it's just stop. For the speed, we can change the speed 3 times faster, but very slow. We can check the cue points, we can create a loop crossfade, but I think the important thing is the play mode. And I need to show you this very important thing. I'm going to do it very big. And if I'm going to press pause in this project, I'm going to press the space bar. You can see right now I'm going to the first frame. And I can see the frame of the second 98. Okay, going to move, return. Right now the frame 1 is 10. And then return 30. So when you put sequential, it's just the video is moving independently from the timeline. So for example, I can select, I'm going to press spacebar again so it's running. We can put a specific index. So for example, we can, we have options. It's like index, frames, seconds. I can select, for example, the second 10. I can go to by frame. Going to this one. So we had that. And yeah, it depends on what you're going to create. It's what you're going to select. Sometimes for projects, I need to use this log to timeline. So when I do that, I'm going to move everything in the timeline in the bottom, go to the first one frame, and you can see it's 1, going to move again, return to the first frame, it's 1 again. So it's connected. So I know this will be synchronized with my time, and I can put the music, everything will be synchronized. And okay, cool. So we have this now, this 6 is the same here, it's just movie clips. But what we can do with it, because right now it's just a circle or rectangle, just this banana, how I can blend this together, what else I can do. And for example, I have this, I'm going to call, no, it's just, I'm thinking what I'm going to tell you, the feed or the transform, but I'm going to start with the transform. The transform, for example, I have this banana and I want to move this to the left or right. I don't have any parameters here. You can see it's like, I don't have that in any of these, how I can move it. So we have this transform, and with the transform, I'm going to move this to here. I can move this, we have to the left, to the right, we have the translate, we can rotate this one, we can change the scale. Obviously, if we put bigger scale, you're going to lose resolution, but yeah, you can do it. So with this transform, we can move this element. Or the other thing that we can do, we have this tile, And we can, if you want, for example, I can do this. I'm going to move this to the left. It's okay. To the right. But if I go to tile and I put repeat, you can see right now our banana is repeating many, many times. And the X and the Y. We have mirror if you want. Right now we have that banana in the other direction. So the cool thing is like we can create animation with this. I can put maybe, we can even rotate this. It's like, ooh, I'm going to do the code. Will be ABS time. That's seconds multiplied by 15. So we have that. Ooh, moving bananas. It just is transform, okay? And then you can think, what happens if we add another transform? I don't know what is going to happen. We put tile again here in the parameters, and we put mirror, and we start rotating more, and we create weird things. I'm going to rotate again. ABS time, that's seconds. But the velocity will be here, not 15, will be maybe multiplied by 5. Small, slower. So we create this weird effect. Interesting. And we continue adding more and more transforms. The other thing that we have, for example, we have this noise. And sometimes this is happened to me when I do a visual, it's a square, but I want to maybe change the resolution because I want to use it for reel. And I do that. But it's like, oh, okay, I cut the left and right. And I want to use, I don't know, I create a beautiful thing and I like the left size. How I can do just select this area to the left. So the other tool that we can use is feed. So for feed, I'm going to go to common and change the resolution will be 720 by 1280. So what I did is this vertical thing. We could go to feed and we have options for, I'm going to put here, feed. We have fill, but right now we deform our like original image, fill in horizontal, vertical. For me, I try to use native resolution. So the cool thing right now we have this, and as I told you, I like the left areas. I'm going to move this translate, and I like this part of this visual, and I have that. So that is fit. It's like change the resolution and try to adapt the original image to a specific canvas. And the other thing is like, okay, Paula, again, we transform, we fit this. I want to blend this circle, I don't know, with this noise, what we can use. And your best friend will be composite. And the composite, I'm going to, for example, and this is important, all the components that you're going to put needs to be the same resolution. For example, I'm going to put the circle, and then I put this feed. So it's like this happened. You can go here, go to transform, and try to fix layer to the input 1. But for me, don't have these problems, I try to put all the operators with the same resolution. So I'm going to connect this one. So I'm going to explain you. I'm going to press Ctrl Z. What happened here? It's like, what is this fixed layer? Right now it's like, which resolution I'm going to use? The input 1 or input 2? Right now, input 1 is circle, input 2 would be feet. So if I put input 2, it's going to select this one. So yeah, I prefer just have all the operators have the same resolution. We have this. And what is this? Composite is like that tool, like working with Photoshop, because we have this. We can put add, we can put a tab, we have this operation thing. We can put maybe multiply. And the cool thing, we can put a lot of this. And important thing is depends of this input OP. It's like it's like the layers. If I put, for example, the text top, I'm going to put that and see what happened. The average, I don't know, I can put maybe over. I think that will be understand. What happened if I put, right now is in the background is the noise, second is the circle, and third is the text. What happened if I put the circle on the top? You can see right now the text is behind. Or what happened if I put the noise in the top? Everything go disappear. So it's important how you're going to manage your layers. I'm going to connect, for example, right now, I like this effect with the banana, but I want to connect this to here and maybe change, I don't know, multiply. Weird thing happen. Yeah, you can see. Right now, you can see the banana is not in a good resolution, so I'm going to create here a fade. And here fit. I'm going to change the resolution 1280 by 1280. And in my case, because if I put native resolution, I'm going to see, you can see here, I cut. Don't worry, I'm going to scale. Yeah, I'm going to destroy the pixel place. Okay. And yeah, we have that, and we have this weird image moving. Ooh. So yeah, we can do that. And again, it's like you can tell me, Pao, this is horrible. Yeah, don't worry. It's like when we use that depends on what we're going to create. And I'm going to tell you in the next video, but for example, a simple thing that we can create is like, I like this noise. I'm going to copy and paste. And I want to create a mask of this, a circle thing. So for example, I'm going to create a circle. And I'm going to change the resolution because I need the same resolution. So it will be 1280 by 1280. And I'm going to put the circle in color black, and the background will be white. And then I'm going to create a composite, connect both, first the noise and second the circle. And then I'm going to here in operation and select outside luminance. And I create a mask. Cool. So yeah, with simple thing you can create, I don't know, depend on what you want to create. But this is the basic. If you want to, or if you understand this, and then in the next video, I'm going to show you the more, I don't know, funny or more amazing tools is the deformers. It's like we can create animation, we can create nose deform. It's like we can create many things. So yeah, you need to think just with the transform and mirror, and it's like this effect we create animation. It's like what happened with the others one. So yeah, that is the interesting thing. So we want to create more things. Cool, nice. So I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to start with a movie file in because yes, it's easy for us. Have a simple image, for example, this banana. And I'm going to show you a few deformers, or I call deformers because it's like change our main or original image. For example, the first one, we have blur. Yeah, we can have this blur, and we can add, for example, this effect. Nice. Simple. We don't need too much information about the blur. We can obviously, we have the transform that I explained you in the last video. For example, we can rotate this and change maybe if you want the position. And in this case, I want to show you how with just a simple image we can do weird things. So and we can do a visual. So then we have this banana. I'm going to add a mirror. The mirror, yes, let's create this effect. Right now we have a few options: pivot, rotate, extend. Right now I just need the rotation. we can do things like that. Right now in the extend, you can see here when I move, I can see again this banana. I don't need just maybe hold. I don't need maybe duplicate this. Maybe I can do something like that. Or I can go to the transform and try to see the rotation and see different things. Like, oh, I like this. And I'm going to put the rotation 90 degrees. Perfect. And then maybe in the transform, I'm going to change the scale. Perfect. I have this transform, we have mirror. Even you can change the flip and X. We can put, if you want, repeat. You have many options, okay? This is important. After that, for example, it's okay, we have a banana. I want to animate this. How we can do animation, or how we can deform this and do animation. And we have this best friend for you, and I love it a lot. It's this place. And right now it's like, oh, we have a problem. It's not enough sources specific. Okay, don't worry. It's like we need to enter another thing. And for this one, I'm going to connect this from this mirror, a noise. Yes, the noise that I showed you before in the last video. And for the noise, right now, the noise generate a noise and add the banana. So right now, I just want the banana. Okay, so I'm going to the output here in the parameters of the noise. And we have this RGB. Right now, it's in the input, the banana plus the noise. No, I just want the noise. And when I do that, I have this noise. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is connect this noise to the second input of the displays. And when I do that, I have this. It's like, what the hell? And it's because the display, this is important, the display is sensitive. So we have this displayed weight, and I'm going to change that number to a very low number. You can see how it happened with the banana. It's like, oh, okay, we deformed that with the noise. It's like, it's the same noise. You can see this black dot, maybe probably something like that. It's like, okay, how much going to affect that? Maybe not too much. Something like that. 0.02. Perfect. And the cool thing, and I told you about this, we can animate this noise. We can go to transform and add the translate set. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. The line of just code will be ABS time. That's seconds. And we need to remember when we put this code in the noise, it's sensitive. So we're going to put multiply 0.1. Going to zoom out and press enter. And we can see our banana is moving. Maybe we want to faster. I'm going to maybe 0.25. Yeah, I like it more. Yeah, sorry, I did a zoom in. Okay. Cool. We have this banana. You can say it's a banana. We blur, we move, rotate, we create this mirror, and now we add the display and we add animation. And after this, what happens if we maybe another deformer would be with color? Because right now we deform the shape. What happens if we put this HSP adjust? And we cool thing about this one that I like it a lot, I use just these three of things, the hue, the saturation, and the value. The hue, we can change the color. We have this purple and we like this saturation. Nice. And another thing with color, we have level. With level, yes, we have here the brightness, if you want, gamma, or contrast. Put a lot, even we can put weird thing like that. I'm going to put just one. This is important when you put more contrast. You paint like the background, so be careful. Even with the checking, just in case. So right now I see the banana is like, I don't know, up in the sky. Okay, we had even the RGB, we can put maybe we don't like the reds, we wouldn't want the greens. So yeah, you have option how you can manage this color. For example, I don't like green, so I want to just a lot of, and maybe more, less red, and we want more blue. Perfect. We have this weird thing. And it's like, okay, we have something. What else we can do? And another thing, for example, the display is more complex because they need information. It's not like the mirror we connect and we have a tool. And we have another like network that we're going to use a lot, or I use a lot. And for me, it's the feedback. And for the feedback, I'm going to connect here feedback. And this is the way how you need to do it. It depends on what you're going to create. But for example, for this image, we have this feedback. We need to erase it. Just in case every time when I press, it's capture the specific frame in that moment. Okay, so I'm going to have this feedback and I'm going to create a transform. Okay, do nothing, then a level. Then what I'm going to do is the idea is this. I'm going to show you. Connect this to a composite. And the composite needs to be maximum. Okay, connect level to the composite. You can see. Right now we have like 2 bananas, or right now 4 because we have 1, 2, but it's keeping or show you this specific frame that we like reset all the time. But I'm going to, this feedback need this target tab. I'm going to drag this composite and release, and weird things going to happen. Please. What happened? We are painting, it's like all the time, this same object. It's like, I don't see anything. Don't worry, I'm going to change the scale. I'm going to change bigger. I'm painting with this. It's like, it's showing me the previous, the previous frame and repeating because I changed, not repeating, yes, repeating, and showing me the previous frame, and because I changed the scale, it's like painting. With the level, we go to this pass, and we're going just control the intensity, because right now it's painting everything, I don't like it, and you go to opacity and change a little bit, 0.9, 0.94. It's like, okay, we have like a light here. It's like, I don't see it too much. Yes, because we need to paint the background. So what I'm going to do, how we paint the background, we have options. And for me, I try to use always the transform. And with the transform, we have this, give me a second for zoom in. We have this background color. So I'm going to have, it's black. I'm going to put the alpha in 1. And I'm going to enable this cam object background. So when I do that, I'm painting black. And I'm going to press these displays. So, okay, this is our visual much better. So I'm going to return to this level and change again the opacity. It's like painting more, painting less. Painting more, painting less. So yes, very sensitive. I try to work between 0.8 and 0.98, something like that. So for example, I like this. It's like smoke everywhere. And we can add even next to the composite. We can add another deformer. Well, it's not a deformer, it's just add a new thing we call edge. When I do that, it's like, what happened now? It's black. Why? Because right now the system just detects the edge of this image, but I want to all of this, for example, I want the purple color and the edge merge or blend together. So we need to enable this come over input. So when I do that, and you don't see too much, so I'm going to put more details. So you can see right now we have this edge, this line around this. It's like the system trying to take all the information of this painting or banana thing and create this line. We can change the color. We can put, I don't know, orange, red. We can put whatever color we want. I like white. Maybe I like, yeah, white. It's okay. And we can, I don't know, select how many information we want. All of this. Nice. Try to see what we create. And another thing that we can do is like, okay, I can start adding details. I like this. Another trick that we can do is like, again, we're going to create a noise. For the noise, again, I just need an output. I just need the noise. And I'm going to create a level because I want to explain you what I'm going to do. And I want to create this grain effect. It's like, I don't know, a texture that is feel, I don't know, not too much digital. Like when you take a picture, like an old picture, you have this grain effect. So for that, I create a noise, obviously. The level is just for control the opacity or the intensity of this technique. And I'm going to create a composite. And I'm going to connect. I always confuses, I think it's overlay. Yeah, I think it's overlay. It's like, oh, wow, it's horrible. Don't worry, we need to change to the noise, the period. It's because we need just like something like that. You can see it's too much, but don't worry, we can go to the level and change the opacity. Maybe in the video you don't see it too much, but we have a texture here. Okay, like a detail. And even we can animate this if you want, just not to a noise, just a static noise, but this is okay. And obviously try to check, for example, check the levels, the color, everything if you like it or not. For me, try to put maybe one saturation here is okay. And try to see what happened. The level, gamma, maybe the contrast. Interesting. And again, we can go to this palette and see other colors if I like it or not. Okay. But another thing that we can do is like, okay, I don't like it. I don't like this color. What we can do is create here a monochrome. This is another technique. Monochrome is just black and white. And we have, when going to create a ramp, the cool thing about this, we don't need a ramp with the same resolution, so we can put this small ramp. And I'm going to use this black and white, it's okay. Then I'm going to explain you. And I'm going to connect a lookup. It's like how we add color to this. Going to connect the ramp to the second input. Everything is the same, don't worry. But I'm going to add a color here in my ramp. Maybe, and you can see, I'm changing color. I like this thing. It's much better. What happens if I add, for example, here another color and try to see what happens? Obviously, depend of your image is how you're going to see things. It's like maybe it's too much. It's not a good color. Maybe I like this one. Maybe more darker, or maybe more space. Yes. So depend of your image is how it's going to this lookup blend together. Okay. So yeah, for me it takes hours to decide which color I want to use. So yeah, just you need to figure it out what is the best for you. And again, I can move this around. Maybe here, maybe more like, well, we can do things like that. So you need to understand, it's like, what happened? For me, the way that I understand, maybe it's not the best way, but for me, it's like the left is the background. You can see here, now it's white. So for me, it's like always here black. And trying to move the color. When I move to the right, capture, maybe it's this one. I'm going to put to the left. Maybe the black is the left and everything here, this is gray. So the gray is like, go to here. So yeah, depend of your white and black and white image is how the color is going to connect. So yeah, I'm going to put more saturation. I don't know, I'm just checking colors and see what happened. And another thing that the cool thing about you can do, we have this feedback. Right now it's bigger. We change the scale. We change the scale to it's bigger. What happens if we put a smaller? So it's like painting inside infinite. Okay, I like bigger. Sorry. Going to put 0.1 like that. And for example, right now we have these things. I don't like it. So yeah, we need to reset the feedback just for clean and start again. So yeah, we create a visual using a banana. So it's just deformers, it's just mirror, transform, displays, adding this noisy thing. Even we can change this noise and see what happens. We can create things like that, more noisy, maybe not too much. So yeah, you have a lot of option where you can play and figure it out which one do you like. In this final episode about the TOPS operators, we're going to learn how we can export our visual. And the meaning about export means, yes, create videos and create image. But at the same time, what happens if we create something and I want to this visual run in real time and send this visual to maybe MapMapper, Resolume, or another designer in another computer, how we can do that? And we have two options for that. Right now, we have the NDI out, or we have the siphon or spout. Siphon is for Mac, spout is for Windows. So for example, I'm going to create a movie file I'm going to use this banana. I'm going to create a transform. We're going to rotate this. I'm going to put ABS time. That's seconds multiplied minus 25. We are moving that banana. And then create a null. And then connect to the ND out and the siphon. The NDI, we have more options. We can change the name. We can put even the frames per second because right now it's 60. It's taking the current frame per second. We can put the pixel format. Just maximum is 16 bits. But the difference with the siphon or spout, we can just put the name. For example, I'm going to put TD hello. Okay, so we have this beautiful banana moving around. And I'm going to open MapMapper. Right now I have the free version, but yeah, when you use this, you have all this in the right, all the inputs. If you go down, you're going to see this. And because I was working before, I have this old version. Now we have this TT hello. When I'm going to press this, you can see here we can see our banana running in real time, the same as this one. So yeah, you can send this banana to other software in real time. So that is cool. NDI is for other protocols. If you're using, you can do it. Cool. And the cool thing is like you can deform everything and everything is going to show up here. So yeah, that is the cool thing about real time and connected to other software. And yes, we can create, for example, another version. I'm going to move here, the null, and I want to, for example, another one. I'm going to just change the color, this red, and I can create another siphon spout out. I can change the name TD color. And if I go to MapMapper, I can see the other TD color and I have that. So yeah, we can have a lot of different outputs and work with that. Or even if I go to another TouchDesigner that I have here, it's just empty. I can connect here NDI in. I can see all my PC, POW PC, and I can see my banana, or I can put the siphon spout in, and I can check. Obviously, we are in the same network, so I can have access to that banana, or I can select the other one. So I can work with that in another TouchDesigner and yeah, work with that. The other important thing is, okay, we have this banana. I want to export this. How I can do that? And we have the movie file out. And for the movie file out, here we have in the parameters, we have options. We can export a movie, we have the codec. Obviously I think the free version, you have a few options here. And because I have the conversion, I have more. What I do, I try to always export in photo motion, and then I use, I don't know, the Handbrake, or right now I can use Adobe Media Encoder, so I export to MP4. So for a video, photo motion is okay. And here is like, okay, where do you want to save this? Even we can put the audio. It's like, for example, I'm going to bring a video. Maybe this video we don't have the audio, but it's okay. And I can connect this to my movie file out because I want to export it. Right now you don't see nothing, don't worry, it's okay. And for example, I can bring an audio device, audio file. For example, we have this audio. Oh, if you want to put the audio of the video, we have audio movie. So we have that, and we can drag this movie to here, and we have the audio, okay? And for the movie file out, we just need to put which audio we want, because you can see it's audio chop. So for example, I want the audio for the video. We put that. How we can export. I'm going to press this file, and I'm going to this desktop, and I'm going to put here video, and I'm going to write a name, so test 01. And then this is important. We need to press this button at the top that said real time. Yes, we don't need real time when we record all of this. And another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move this element because I want to show you the timeline. The other thing is we can export a video in two different ways. This is the way that I don't like it, but it's good to know because maybe you're going to use it for the specific things. And why I don't like it? Because I can press record and start recording from the current frame. It's like, okay, record, and start recording. You can see it's moving. And I need to press myself manually the stop. So it's like, I don't know if I recorded well. I don't like it. Okay, another option is like, okay, I'm going to the first frame. I'm going to press record. I'm going to press this once button because I want to just go to the final frame and stop. And I press space and start recording. And I wait to the 600 frame. Wait. And then going to stop and stop the record. Nice. Then I'm going to check my video and I have this move. I open it and you can see our video. Nice. And it works perfectly. But I don't want to be there all the time. It's like, need to be present. It's press record and then stop. So the best way for me is go to file. We have this export movie. So the cool thing is like, I want this video, I want this audio, I select the resolution, I can put the frames per second. I want to select obviously the codec, the same format, even RGBA. Yes, we can export transparent videos. We can select the audio codec, the audio bitrate, the start frame and the end frame. So it's like, oh, perfect. I'm going to again select, I'm going to put test 02. and I put start. And I can go drink a coffee, I don't know, do whatever I want. And then when I return, my video is going to be finished because it stopped and the render started immediately. And then I can check again. I have this mob video. And this is important. When you export in this way, I have, because I have Windows, this is a mob, it's not the best for a Windows. So I can use the QuickTime player, and I'm waiting for this open. And we have our video running very well. Okay, cool. That is the way how I export. I prefer this way, the file export movie. Okay. Another thing, I'm going to press this loop, continue moving. Okay, I'm going to create another movie file out so you can see. So for the image, we can go here to the type. We can select, you have options right now, image. We have TIFF, you have TIFF, JPG. We have a lot, even PNG. Right now I'm going to use that one, GPG. I think it's GPG. This is important. We need to select where we want to save this. Right now I'm going to create here image. I'm going to put image 01. And we have option, just press record and release, hoping that we did good with the image that moment. And we have the image. We capture the 85. Okay, perfect. But for me, I like to press pause. It's like, okay, I like frame 6. Perfect. I stop, go here, and I press select the name, image 02, save, and then record. In peace. Everything is going to be okay. And then check, and I have my image. Perfect. And that is a way how you can export. Nice. And we have this image sequence. And this is important. I think I learned from a friend that he worked in 3D. And sometimes when you have a complex video, it's heavy. I don't know, you're working 8K, 4K, and you need to create a video. The problem with the video, when you export a video and it's, I don't know, 2 minutes long, when you export, and maybe your computer crashed or the lights was out or gone, the video is like a mess. So the best way to generate a long video is use image sequence. So I'm going to create again a movie file out. Why? It's like, why sequence? Because if the computer die, you can see it's like, oh, my record and in the frame, I don't know, 300. I can continue right now with the 301 and continue. So that is the key about the image sequence. So we can options, image sequence. I'm going to use the same. And this is important. Right now, we have this line of code. Create a specific name and put plus me files suffix, I think so. So it's like putting image 1, 2, or frame 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to do automatically. But if I do this, it's going to save to the side of this project. So I don't like it. So what I do is, obviously, what you can do is capture the position of this folder. For example, this sequence. I have it here, so I can copy and paste. And this is important because I'm using Windows. I'm going to open this. I'm going to paste. All these lines needs to go to the other direction. Windows. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be my folder sequence. And then I can put, I don't know, I'm going to put my visual. And then it's going to record all that numbers. So what I'm going to do, this is the same thing. I need to go to the first frame put once here in the bottom, and I'm going to start record, press spacebar, wait to finish recording everything. We wait, almost there, and when it's finished, stop the record, go to the folder, and we can see here all the image with my name, my visual 0.1. And we can go here, and I'm going to move the arrow with my keyboard, go frame by frame, making holding the bottom, and we can see this. So the cool thing is this, again, if your computer dies, like, okay, I finished in this frame. Okay, I can continue with that. And we can put, for example, die in this frame and continue recording from that position. So yeah, that is the cool about TouchDesigner and the image sequence and how you can manage or control a big project. So yeah, that are the ways how we can export and work with our visual in real time. So I hope you like it and see you in the next video. Bye.